Powering on.
There it goes.
Mic on.
Never been so late. I was doing something. That's why.
Welcome back to Summer Game Fest. Isn't that great? By the way, Crash Team Rumble is going to feature playable Ripperoo and Engine, Neo Cortex's right-hand guy in Season 1. Now, it's time to change the topic and descend into madness. Joining me is a guy who was last on stage at the Game Awards 2021 to announce Alan Wake 2. He's come all the way from Finland. Please welcome from Remedy, Sam Lake. Good to see you. Looking dapper as always.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, we are so excited because when you announced Alan Wake 2 at the Game Awards, you said 2023. We are in 2023. It's coming this October, and we are so excited about this, Sam. I know it's been a long time coming for fans and for you. 13 years since the first Alan Wake. So tell us a bit about what can we expect in the sequel.
It's been quite a journey, yes.
Yeah.
Alan Wake 2 is Remedy's first survival horror game. We have two playable characters. It's a 50-50 split between them. They are on their own separate terrifying journeys through two different worlds, and yet it's all connected. And the player gets to switch between them at given points in the story as they choose.
Yeah, we saw, obviously, at the PlayStation event, you revealed Saga, the second character. Tell us a bit about her. She's in Bright Falls, and she's sort of living a narrative that Alan has written. Is that right?
Well, that's a good question to ask going into this. So, yes, we have Alan Wake, our title character, of course, trying to escape from the nightmare dimension of the Dark Place.
Yes.
And then we have Saga, our new hero, FBI agent, coming to the Pacific Northwest small town of Bright Falls, together with her partner, Alex Casey.
Okay. So and they're somehow linked in some way, right?
They are coming to investigate
Yes.
a series of ritualistic murders.
Okay.
And very quickly, the investigation turns into a nightmare when they discover pages of a horror story. Maybe written by a certain missing writer.
By the initials AEW.
And this horror story starts to come true around them.
Interesting. So obviously, it's Alan is still going to be playable in the game. You're going to experience his journey, but Saga, this is sort of new character, and there is that sort of link. Tell us a bit about. You said split 50-50. Do they have separate missions? Because I think you can play them in sort of different sequences or orders if you want, right?
Yeah, we go into the experience playing as Saga, and it's a sequel, but it's also a standalone experience. We are not expecting everybody to do homework if they have not played the original game. Yeah. This can be enjoyed as is. Saga doesn't know anything about the lore, about the supernatural in this world. She will be going in very quickly. She has to learn to survive. And with that, all the players will be on that journey with her. And then we open up the experience so that you can hop to play Alan Wake in the Dark Place as he's trying to find his way out. And you can keep on playing as Saga in the Pacific Northwest as the investigation goes on. And you are free to switch between them. There are a lot of connection points in many surprising ways, but there is no right way to play through this. You can choose. You can go on as Alan all the way close to the end, or as Saga, or you can keep hopping between these two sides of it.
Well, you're always so good at kind of telling challenging, interesting narratives in unique ways. I mean, Remedy's always been known for that, and you especially, so we can't wait to see how these stories intertwine, I'm sure, throughout the experience. Today, though, I know you brought with you some gameplay of Saga's adventure. We're just going to see a raw segment of the game, right?
Yeah, raw gameplay for the first time ever. This is early on from the experience.
Let's go see it. Bruh. The fuck? Bro, what happened to my shit? Bro, what the fuck?
Ever since Taylor started looking for a new cashback credit card, she's been
I'm sorry, you guys. I don't know what the
Auto shutdown initiated.
Bro, what the fuck?
And go on as
It just stopped. What the fuck? The fucking group chat, what the fuck? Bro, what the fuck? Hold on, let me try this shit again.
Ever since Taylor started looking for a new cashback credit card, she's been freezing up.
I got this. Auto shutdown canceled. Charging battery. Powering off. Powering on. Mic on.
Bro, what?
Charging battery.
Bro, what the fuck? Hi, nice Fortnite gameplay. There it fucking goes. Like, bruh. Like, I don't know what the hell was going on. Shit like a fucking Resident Evil game. And it plays like RE. Like, no cap. This is the same company that made RE? Wait, no, not Capcom, but like the, how do you say? Some other company that just like made the Resident Evil games.
A cultist. A monster.
What's that shit?
Like Nightingale.
What's that shit plays like? Just give me a minute real quick, I'll be right back.
Powering off.
The text on the heart is clearer now. Legible. I knew it would be here. Like I saw it in a dream.
I'm glad you're on this case with me, Anderson. Killer left a message.
It's for us.
We were all trapped in a horror story. The horror story wanted us dead. There's something I'm forgetting. Something important. Something's not right!
A long time coming, but Alan Wake 2 looks incredible. Thank you to Sam and Remedy for that first look at gameplay. Now let's get a first look at the co-op campaign of Warhammer Space Marine 2 from Saber and Focus.
We're facing a Tyranid splinter fleet. They engaged us on 2 planets, Avarax and Kadaku. I'll be straight with you, Titus. I have my reservations about your reinstatement. There could be questions. Will that be a problem? No, Captain. Tyranids! My pledge is eternal service. Xenos inbound! Eviscerate this abomination! Come forth and be slaughtered! Open the gates. Care to see who can slay more Xenos for the Chiron? I thought a piece of that statue would offer more
Powering on. Mic on. Charging battery.
I'm just saying. I'm back. Comes on next year. Nice.
Beautiful indie game. Yes, Your Grace, Snowfall. Now it is time for another global game announcement, and this one comes from the minds of Saber Interactive, Focus Entertainment, and yes, horror master John Carpenter. It's a brand new world, a brand new story, and looks like a heck of a lot of fun. Check this out.
Let's see.
We gotta be ready. Nobody half-asses it this time. Ruby.
On my mark. 5, 4,
Damn, a new zombie game or what?
3, 2, 1.
Should look cool. Oh, it's a first person COD wannabe, huh? COD Zombies wannabe. Should look cool. Or, what's the game called? Back 4 Blood. There it goes. Should look cool. No cap. PS5, Xbox Series X and S, PC. Oh, it comes out next year. Nice.
More unexpected collaboration. John Carpenter and Saber with Toxic Commando. That looks tons of fun. You guys think any of those zombies made it? I don't know. All right. Well, this August brings the long-awaited full 1.0 release of Baldur's Gate 3. And today, a new member is joining the cast. We're about to see the reveal of Lord Enver Gortash, the commander of a mechanical army of Steel Watchers. He's a second antagonist and is voiced by a familiar name.
Enver Gortash, swearest thou by Balduran's blade to defend the citizens of Baldur's Gate from enemies within and without?
You are soon to witness the people of Baldur's Gate granting me complete power over them. A new age is upon us. Gods have mercy on those who would
Behind
stand in our way.
Voice
A mad
acting.
dog understands the yank of the leash from the hand of its master, but it cannot be an equal. You can be my equal. There's an old wisdom. A brittle alliance can never be mended. It can only break. I want to lead this city to glory, not scorch its earth.
Friends, allies, to my side. Let us usher in a new dawn. This city is mine.
I'm not ready to call you enemy. What do you say? Shall we be allies? You said it was under control.
It isn't you I answer to, Gortash.
Baldur's Baldur's Gate 3 is on track, Sven tells me, still for the end of August, and we can't wait to check that out. All right, this fall, Marvel Games and Insomniac are set to bring Spider-Man 2 exclusively to PlayStation 5. Sounds like you guys are a little hyped, so to tell us more is Brian Intihar, game director at Insomniac. Brian, thanks for coming by. Nice. I know you guys are deep in development. First of all, it looks like we have some fancy art behind us. Is this the box?
This is the box art. This
okay.
is, this is it. Here it is. I mean, it has 2 on the box for a reason, because this game features 2 Spider-Men, so we're really excited about it.
Absolutely.
Peter Parker and Miles Morales.
We're so excited about this experience that you guys are doing with these sort of 2 characters. We saw some great gameplay at the PlayStation Showcase, but I want to talk about the 2 villains, I think, in the game. There may be more.
There are more. There are more out there, I
2
promise.
main ones, but we have some new art to show of, we obviously, Kraven. We got the reveal at the PlayStation event. So tell us a bit about him and how he factors into it.
Kraven's very different from any character we've done. He's not, he's not powered by magic or, tech. He's just the best hunter in the world, and he's coming to New York for his greatest hunt. And what's better than all of the Marvel characters that live in New York City? So Peter, Miles, and others. He's on the hunt.
And others, ...
Yes. Yes.
But Venom also, obviously, Symbiote is a part of this whole story, as we saw in the gameplay. There you go.
Nice.
Good reaction to the art.
I'm glad you're happy.
I don't know how much you're going to tell us about Venom. Is this, can you tell, is this an Osborn Venom? Can you tell, what's the origin of Eddie Brock Venom? Or?
It is not Eddie Brock.
Okay.
It is not Eddie Brock.
Okay.
Our goal was to tell an original story, something you haven't seen in the comics or the movies yet. Obviously, we love Venom for a reason.
Yeah.
All those things you love about the character are going to be there, but how the story plays out, who is Venom, you have to play the game to see how it goes.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. There's a bit of a tease. Now, obviously, the symbiote is a big part of the gameplay, and one of the things I think we were all struck with the footage that you showed at the PlayStation Showcase was, how that is going to really impact the gameplay when you're playing as, Peter. So tell us a bit about that and how, the gameplay is going to be dramatically different.
Yeah, I mean, I think you saw it in just the raw power, the strength, and even the transformation of Peter's moves in that gameplay reveal.
Yeah.
We call him the acrobatic improviser, him and Miles, but you can tell there's a lot more strength, a lot more raw power, aggression, which you saw both in the moves and how Peter talks. So it's not just what happens in gameplay, it's what happens, how the story plays out.
Interesting. So how it affects him as well.
Yeah, I mean, you saw some of that, and there's much more of that journey when you play the game.
And I know the journey is also more expansive. You've got Queens, Brooklyn, so even more of sort of city
the
racing,
city
right?
is pretty much doubled in size. So it's Manhattan, Queens, Brooklyn, and then being able to use the web wings to traverse at speeds way faster than they were before is really awesome.
Hugely ambitious game you guys have been building over the past few years. We saw at the PlayStation event, it said at the end, fall 2023, and I think we're like getting close to that. Are you guys feeling confident that you're gonna make it this fall?
Jeff, I know you like exclusives.
Yes.
And I can promise you we are very confident what we're going to tell you right now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's take a look.
All I know, this game's gonna be hype as fuck. That's pretty cool.
Nailing it. October 20th. Spider-Man 2, exclusively for PlayStation 5.
Got it.
Awesome. Well, Brian, thanks so much for stopping by. I know you got a lot of work to do. Wrapping up the game, and we'll check it out in October. Thanks, Brian. We got our date. All right. Now let's take a look at Pal World, a multiplayer open-world survival crafting game where you can befriend and collect mysterious creatures called Pal, who can also fight. In other words, it's kind of like Pokemon with guns. And then we're going to look at the Land of the Morning Light, a new expansion to Black Desert Online, which recreates the mythical folktales from Korea's Joseon Dynasty, and some huge bosses, too.
The fuck is this, a Pokemon ripoff or what the shit? Bro, what type of shit is this? Shit looks weird, bro. It's Pokemon, but with guns. It's like Pokemon mixed with Xenoblade Chronicles, yeah. Okay. No, for a second I thought it would have been Monster Hunter, but no, it's not. It's something else.
Our story is more than what hobbits and elves know. It is time we told it ourselves. With hammer and axe, we mine and scalp. Across Middle-earth, delving for riches. Yet the greatest treasure remains out of our reach. Moria. My fellow dwarves, rally together. It's time we took back our home.
Well, I think so. It's a commercial right now. Alright, I'll be right back right now. I'll be right back. I'm gonna give myself something to drink, so yeah. Is this red? Fuck, am I thought the commercial's gonna be around like.
All right, now we're gonna look at an
long.
exciting new mobile game from a legendary franchise.
Woo! Final Fantasy! What's up? This is just a mobile game for the meanwhile. I'll be right back.
Powering off.
Pre-registration for Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis has just started, and users will have the chance to participate in an upcoming closed beta test. Now, speaking of Final Fantasy, no. Today during Summer Game Fest, DoorDash has your back. You can get a free burrito when you order from Taco Bell using the code GameFest. Plus, get the chance to win a Final Fantasy 16 prize pack. DoorDash, stay in your game. Yep, we got you. All right. Now here's a look at a game we debuted last year at TGA. Banishers Ghosts of New Eden, the story of two ghost hunters in the haunted wilds of North America.
Life to the living, death to the dead.
We are banishers. We end suffering for those who live. We bring closure to those who don't. I want us back, Red. I want revenge on what killed me. I want to live.
As the man says, we face a choice, simple and awful. I banish you. Death to the dead. Do we kill? To be together again?
Or do we part forever?
Come out, wherever you are. Come on, show yourself.
Red.
Every bloody time.
それで今回の指令はあなた好みの単純な力仕事です。ある人物を警護していただきます。頼みましたよ。コードネーム上流。大丈夫か？
ええ、お待たせしてしまって。
トラブル発生。車はまだか？
到着まで3分。何があった？
お前らも今回り右すりゃ無事に帰れる。さもなきゃこれから起きることは全部お前らの選んだ結果だ。
お前の名は
俺に名はない。
Powering on, mic on.
Shit.
Charging battery.
Nice.
Good morning, Stanley. It is 7:32 a.m. I hope you have a productive day.
Change username to just...
Look, a new survival game.
Adjusting morning wake up. Good morning, just Stan.
Base to Capsule 12, come in. You there, Stan? Green across the board. Looks like we're good. Definitely a leak here, Tim. What? How long has it been now? 3 years. 2 months and 17 days. What sort of operation are they running down here? He shouldn't be here. Someone there? This doesn't make sense. There's someone else down here. No. Dad! Are you there?
It's a beautiful new game, Under the Waves, and today, incidentally, is World Ocean Day. Fun fact. All right, next, Call of Duty. Well, there's a new Call of Duty coming this fall along with Warzone Mobile. Today, we're going to give you the first ever look at Season 4 of Modern Warfare 2 Warzone launching next week. Here's your first look at Vondel, a new Warzone location with points of interest, including a medieval castle, a soccer stadium, and an abandoned zoo. Yep, it's all happening. Check it out.
All right, I'll be right back because if it comes to Warzone or any Call of Duty season event, I'll see you like later. That's for sure.
Powering off.
Season 4 next week. Today is a big day for video games, but also a huge day for Porsche. The iconic German automaker turns 75 years old today. And to celebrate their contributions in the automotive and gaming space, and we've all raced a 911 in some point at a game, Xbox has teamed up with Porsche for a limited edition run of 75 consoles inspired by 6 famous Porsche race cars. And I'm thrilled to debut the first design here today, inspired by the Porsche 963 that's racing this weekend at the 100th running of the 24 Hours of Le Mans. Let's take a look. Here it is, the Porsche Xbox Series X. These custom consoles are not for sale, but you can enter for a chance to win one right now at PorscheXboxSweepstakes.com. Make sure to stay tuned for the Porsche and Xbox social channels for additional opportunities to get your hands on these special consoles. All right, next. Phoenix Labs are building the next great entry into the cozy farm sim genre. We all like a cozy game inspired by classics like Animal Crossing and Stardew Valley. Previously announced for Nintendo Switch, there's now some exciting news for PC players too. Let's take a look at Fae Farm.
Dear friend, life in Azoria's been treating me well. Days pass so quickly. Before I know it, they turn into seasons. It's been a breath of fresh air. I think we found a way to get cozy and settle in. But there's something more I've been itching to explore. Realms where magic comes to meet us. As long as we're prepared, we can face anything. So, what do you say? There's so much yet to discover. Are you ready?
We promised variety. There it is. Fae Farm and
Powering
Mortal
on.
Kombat in the
Mic
same
on.
show.
Charging
Only
battery.
at Summer
Alright,
Game
sorry for
Fest.
missing out a little
Now,
bit.
please welcome Ben Brode,
That's
Chief
for sure.
Development Officer and flannel enthusiast at Second Dinner, the developers behind the popular collectible card game Marvel Snap. What's up, Ben? Man,
Nice.
you guys have been on fire. Last time I saw you was at the Game Awards when you won Best Mobile Game. Seems like you've been very busy. We're excited about the Spider-Verse content you've been doing. Lots going on over there, right?
Yeah, it's been exciting. We've been doing a bunch of new features, some of the wildest cards we've ever made, and
whoa, this guy's so
some new
fucking
game
excited.
modes.
Nice.
Yeah, new game. Is that a segue, Ben?
Certainly, yeah. I'm excited to announce Marvel Snap's biggest update ever. We have a new game mode coming next week. It's Conquest mode. It's a great way to get a super competitive experience and some exciting new rewards. But you don't have to wait till next week. If you haven't tried Marvel Snap, go download it right now on your mobile device or early access on Steam.
All right, Ben. I love the enthusiasm, Ben.
That's what I got.
That's you. You're made for YouTube. All right. Well, we heard you brought something fun with you for us to watch, right?
Oh, yeah. So, listen. I am incredible at card games, so I often win. But some people, and maybe you've had this experience, Jeff, some people lose.
Yeah. Hey, fair.
And I like to think it's because they suck. No offense, Jeff. But sometimes it's because they might just be a little bit unlucky.
Or sussy.
Cue the tape.
Oh, snap.
Okay, I don't have an ideal hand of cards here, but that's fine. I'll see what I draw in future turns.
Oh, look, it's that fucking
Anyway,
guy in that
let's reveal
meme.
the first location.
I think he did
Just one. Each player.
Fuck, I think he did a Pokemon meme, or was it?
Okay, I guess I will work with what I have.
No, it was a Final
I'll
Fantasy
play
meme.
Medusa
This guy.
on
It wasn't a
location
Pokemon
number
meme.
2. She gets +2 power.
Or was it both? I forgot.
Next location.
Clover
I know he did a meme
Dangerfield
before and he
has
got
a
really popular.
25% chance of destroying your cow.
Okay, well, I mean, 25% isn't that bad. And it's gone. Okay, well, I have some powerful cards in my hand, so I can just wait. Let's see the next location.
The Big Barn. Players cannot play 4, 5, or 6 cost cows.
You gotta be kidding me.
Also, if you don't play a card this turn, you have 0 friends.
Now you're just being mean.
Still to come, we're going to look at Immortals of Avium from EA Originals and Ascendant, and the world premiere first look at Chapter 4, Season 3 of Fortnite Wilds. Now, if you're looking for the smartest way to level up your gaming this summer, compare top credit cards side by side with NerdWallet and start maximizing your cashback rewards on everything from Wi-Fi to headsets. Now, here's a look at King Arthur Legends Rise, a new cross-platform UE5 game for mobile and PC, a Fantasy Squad RPG adventure that is available to pre-register today.
Arthur, I have sacrificed everything to save your kind. From an ancient evil. Fight with honor. Vanquish the wicked.
I don't even know what the hell is this, like, another, World of Warcraft, type of some shit? I don't know. Oh, this is, freaking an RPG. Nice. King Arthur Legends Rise? It's a fucking mobile game? The fuck, I thought it would've been, like, any other console.
Wayfinders. Do you remember the fall? The gloom descended on Skylight.
This shit looks like a
You
Dust
rallied
Hunt
to
one day.
protect the beacon.
What's it
You
called?
paid a
Not
terrible price.
Dust Hunt? The Lights Hunt? Some shit like
You
that.
fell.
I forget what it's
and
called.
the world was
But I know it's
broken.
like one of these types of games.
Remember who you were.
So yeah, excuse me.
Who you are. And return to us. This world needs champions.
That's cool. Bro, not another Fortnite season, bruh. What else is, I think it's called Mile Hunt from, MW3? I forgot what it's called. Bro, what the fuck is Fortnite been doing, my boy? Look. Bruh. I don't know no season for Fortnite, but I'm like,
you don't stand a chance.
Project under construction.
I think so. This is mostly a bit. Nah, this is like more of a commercial. So yeah.
What did you say, guys? One more game?
Good morning, scavenger.
It's commercial.
Your surroundings to retrieve
Powering
and recycle
off.
anything that could be of value to Scavex.
Captain's log, stardate 43152.4. Our fleet is cautiously entering hostile territory, and the crew is standing by in case anyone contact.
We are the Borg. Lower your shields and surrender your ships. Your culture will adapt to service us. Resistance is futile.
Hey there, Summer Game Fest 2023. It's Will Arnett here. Yeah, right? My buddy Anthony Mackie and I have been working on this for some time now. We're really excited to share with you Twisted Metal, which is streaming only on Peacock starting July 27th. And I'm very excited to share a sneak peek of the character of Sweet Tooth, who I had the pleasure of voicing. Hope you enjoy it. Check it out.
This is gonna be fun.
Swung a little wide there. Well, aren't we a tall glass of water? Me? I'm more of a Hawaiian punch. I'm guessing you don't fight much outside of your car now, do you?
Look, Clown, I don't need four wheels to kick your ass. Any chance we get this back in the cars?
How about a little kill music? She had dumps like a truck. That's like what? All night long.
Let me see that thong.
Like it when the beat go?
Da-da-da-da.
Baby, let your booty go.
Da-da-da-da.
Girl, do you want to show?
Da-da-da-da.
The thong. Do you love the silver-haired god? Then don't lie to me.
Yeah, man. Look, I listened to Unleash the Dragon so many times the disc broke. I'm not a liar.
But you said you were coming to my show, and then you shot at me.
It was a misunderstanding. I've been getting shot at ever since I can remember. It's forced habit, I guess.
Sounds like you have trust issues.
Who hasn't dreamt of duplicating oneself in order to multitask? This new hack and slash game with a tactical twist allows you to do just that. Brought to you from France, here's the world premiere reveal trailer of Lysfunga, the time shift warrior, coming later this year to PC.
Goddess of time. Receive my light, Lysfunga. Let this power flow through you and fight again alongside your past selves. I'm here again. That's another me. I look good. I rewind. I begin again, but with another me to fight with.
You're coming with me.
You're not the only one who can be in multiple places at once.
I will become Legion and crush these demons. Onwards! I can feel that there are more.
Very cool independent game. All right, next up is a brand new IP from Ascendant Studios, a single-player, first-person magic shooter called Immortals of Avium. It's fast and fluid. It's an FPS in a fantasy setting, kind of like Doom with magic. It also has a great cast led by Darren Barnett as the main character, Jack, and he joins us now. Hey, Darren.
Hey, guys.
Great to have you with
How you
us.
doing? Thank you.
This is such a cool game, super high production value, spectacular gameplay. Tell us about the guy you play. You're the main character, Jack, right?
Yes, I am playing the main character, Jack, as seen behind me. He's a battle mage that controls all 3 forms of magic, triple threat. He's brash, he's funny, but he gets the job done.
Well, it's the gameplay, as we've seen, is just so fast-paced. There's so much action in it, you know, with all the spells, the spell casting, and the magic. What can you tell us about the story and sort of how this battle mage, Jack, comes in? He sort of becomes a battle mage, right?
Yeah, he kind of comes from nothing. He's, I guess they call him a street rat is what he was. But he, during a time of intense trauma, he summons the power to control magic. Becomes part of the Immortals, which is like the elite Navy SEAL squad of this world called Avium, and they are in the middle of an Everwar fighting for the control of magic.
Okay. You have a great cast. You, Gina Torres in it. Lots of amazing actors in this incredible, really high production value game that's coming out this summer. We don't have to wait long for it. And I know you brought something with you to share today, which is a gameplay sequence, which is one of the most epic sort of parts of the game, right?
Yeah. So this is a wild part of the game. This trailer is going to be showing you the Immortals and myself confronting Sandrak directly, who is the top villain of this game, and trying to end the Everwar. And it's taking place in like one of the most badass levels of a video game I've seen. We're battling on top of a 400-foot mech in the middle of the ocean as it moves around. It's wild, so let's take a look.
All right, let's take a look at some brand new gameplay from Immortals of Avium, which comes out this summer for PC, PS5, and Xbox. Thanks, Darren.
Thank you.
Sandrax literally pushed us to the edge. Everyone that can fight already is. And we're still losing.
Welcome aboard, Immortals. What's our bearing, sir?
North by northeast, 5 knots.
We'll catch him, sir. Prepare to repel boarders! Airship's got a toxic! Action station! Action station!
Get to the control room and protect Selko. Zendara and I will hold off the Rashanians down here.
Got it. Gotta get to the control room.
Powering on, mic on, charging battery.
Alright, you guys, I might be gone for like, how do you say, 30 minutes or like an hour, so I'm gonna leave the stream. I'm gonna leave the stream just in case to make sure that, like, how do you say, so that once when I missed, like, something like really big events, I'll just replay it back. So, yeah, I'll be right back. It might take me a while, so, yeah. I hope you guys enjoy the stream, and tell me in the comments, what do you think about the events are going on and what is your favorite part about the Summer Game Fest. So yeah, I'll be right back.
I want to be an immortal.
Powering off.
I want to fight this war as one of you.
You're what's called a Triarch. The Pentasod has gifted you with the ability to manifest all 3 colors of magic.
We're only going to win this one together. Sigil up.
Love that we get to show you guys so much amazing raw gameplay today, and that game looks incredible. Coming out this summer from Ascendant and EA. Now, one game that constantly reinvents itself is Fortnite, and tomorrow, Chapter 4 Season 3 Wilds launches, and today, Summer Game Fest is debuting the cinematic trailer to preview the season. The center of the island has collapsed, revealing a vast, hidden jungle with ancient secrets to discover. And of course, there's a whole new Battle Pass lineup where you can unleash the power, yes, of Cybertron. Here we go. Fortnite Wilds launches tomorrow. Well, finally, guys, it's time to get to our grand finale. And it is a deep honor for me to present this game. What you're about to see is a world premiere trailer that gives us a new look at an expansive world we can't wait to explore again. This game comes from a studio that surprised the world and redefined the RPG genre with its iconic characters and rich storytelling. And I want to thank them for this trailer for one of gaming's most anticipated upcoming releases. The rumors were true.
We're still here at the scene of this terrible disaster, caused by a massive tornado which swept through sectors 0, 1, and 2. Amidst the wreckage of the expressway, search and rescue operations are already in progress.
Just look at it all. It's so green. Even after everything we've done to it, it's still going strong.
It may look that way, but in reality, it's barely hanging on.
I was wondering, what's Cloud been doing these past 5 years? Where's he been?
And you're asking me this?
This is gonna sound crazy, but as far as I know, Cloud was never in Nibelheim 5 years ago.
The live stream.
It is the very essence of our star. The blood coursing through its planetary veins.
According to Hojo, they're connected to Sephiroth. Shadows of the Man, I believe he called them.
Sephiroth was in Midgard. We fought him. Whatever happened, he's alive.
But why come back now? After 5 years, doing who knows what.
Well now, think we woke it up.
Angered it, more like.
Feast your eyes on the Turk's latest and greatest, Elena.
She may be new, but she's still a Turk.
They say she's a monster. That she can peer inside you, into the very depths of your soul. That she can become those you hate, those you fear, those you love.
Free you yet.
You murdered my dad! You burned my village!
You know that I killed her. So, who is she?
There you have it. That was Final Fantasy VII Rebirth coming early 2024 to PlayStation 5. Nomura-san, thank you so much. All right, that's going to do it for Summer Game Fest, our live showcase. But that is not the end of Summer Game Fest. Stay tuned this weekend for updates on many more games during SGF Play Days, a hands-on event for media here in Los Angeles, including Cyberpunk 2077, Phantom Liberty, as well as the Xbox and Bethesda showcase on Sunday. Right now, though, stay tuned for Day of the Devs from IM8bit and Double Fine, which celebrates the independent game culture with a number of new game reveals over the next hour. We'll see you this summer, later this summer on August 22nd for Gamescom opening night live in Germany, and again in December when we come together here in Los Angeles to celebrate 10 years of the Game Awards. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you soon.
Hello and welcome back. That was Summer Game Fest right here on IGN Summer of Gaming. We put out the call on Twitter for all of you watching at home to let us know what you thought of Summer Game Fest using the hashtag IGN Summer of Gaming. And Horrible Tarantula said Sandland is the most excited I've ever been about sand.
I get that.
Yeah. The opposite.
They look pretty good.
The opposite. I bet even Anakin Skywalker is excited about that game.
It's Toriyama. It's the Dragon Ball guy.
Yeah.
And it's an entire game based on a one-off manga he put out in 2000. So the game will inevitably be much larger than the entirety of that comic.
So what's the gist of the manga?
You're a demon with a tank.
Okay.
Yep.
That sounds like
it's
a
land
good
of sand.
video game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there was so many games shown off during that show, very lengthy show. Let's talk about the big stuff. Maybe for the sake of recency bias, should we start with Final Fantasy VII Rebirth? Now we know it's coming early 2024 on 2 discs.
Now even bigger.
When was the last time a game was on multiple discs? We've also
I mean, we have 120 gigabyte games that that you just have to download stuff for.
In this generation, we've reached a game that's finally too big to be on one.
I feel like that's a nostalgia play.
You think so?
Yeah. I mean, you get games where you pop them in, there's a mandatory update because the stuff on the disc doesn't fit on the disc, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, I guess if you consider even the first part of the game, it's 3 discs now, and then there'll be more discs for the final part of the trilogy as well. Max, are you excited about Final Fantasy VII Rebirth?
Yeah, I mean, one thing that I didn't love about the first part is that it didn't, I mean, there are parts of it that were big and open, but it still felt fairly linear in chunks, and I don't know, I love that this looks like they're, expanding out in the world. And I mean, it makes sense for the, Midgar portions to be kind of more closed off, and I love Final Fantasy 15, like I love the world structure of that, and this looks like more of that. And chocobos!
We got chocobos.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, this game certainly looks very, very pretty. I was a little surprised that they did end up showing this because we've got Final Fantasy 16 coming out in just a few weeks. I thought maybe they'd want to focus on that, get that out the door first, and then sort of ramp up the promo for Final Fantasy 7. Ryan, how about you?
A little surprising, but also everybody's been waiting for this for a long time. I guess, so are we going to land on it's going to cost $180 or maybe $210 to have for the full Final Fantasy 7 remake?
I guess so, because this one presumably will be $70.
Presumably.
Well,
yeah.
It's actually going to be more of that if you count the like the side stories and get all that in there.
But hey, if it's, each one's great. I mean, the first part was excellent, so I mean, they're throwing a ton of production value at this and a ton of talent. So I have no doubt that it's going to be a big deal in early 2024.
Yeah, still waiting on an exact release date, but at least now we know. I think they were just saying like winter 2023, I think last time. So now we know it's not coming like in December of this year. Yeah. Hopefully Q1 2024. They opened the show with Mortal Kombat 1, first gameplay reveal. Ryan, did you feel satisfied by what we saw?
Yeah, that looked great. I mean, it is really pretty. I mean, whatever, I don't know what engine they're using or if it's in-house tech, but whatever it is, it looks fantastic. They've managed to strike this right tone. I mean, this isn't the first game to do this, the first Mortal Kombat, but they've just got it dialed in where the fatalities are legitimately disgusting, but also like tongue-in-cheek funny enough to not be like overly serious and get senators and congress people coming after them like back in the day. Yeah, the whole, I mean, I never thought I'd see the word cameo, K-A-M-E-O, again since playing that Xbox 360 launch game from Rare, so that was a fun little surprise to go with it. But yeah, I mean, this game's Mortal Kombat 1 is going to be a joke.
I made a joke somewhere about when Origins Mortal Kombat. Like he throws the hat and it does what a hat would do, as you'd expect, and he throws a saw blade. I'm extremely into that. Yeah. The environments in this look amazing.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I don't
really
know if we'll
gorgeous.
see it here, but there's like a battle in front of a swimming pool, and I was like, I want to be in that swimming pool.
Yeah.
It looks so good. John, I think you were saying that there it is.
Right here.
You're saying that they maybe sort of cranking up the humor a little bit this time around.
Yeah, big time. I mean, it's always had a bit of a sense of humor, but it drifted over the years, right? And it started to take itself a little bit seriously at times. But I think, as Ryan was saying, I mean, like clearly, I mean, look at it. I mean, it's clearly ridiculous. But I thought there were a lot of little like visual gags in it, which I think while we were watching, we were noticing that Ed himself seems more comfortable talking about Mortal Kombat than he ever has. And I think that comes across in the footage of the game as well, in that it seems more confident in itself than ever, and that they don't mind doing a funny little aside because the lore doesn't have to be taken super seriously.
No, I think when it showed up, it was sort of seen as like, there was that whole Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat back and forth. And like, Mortal Kombat is its own thing. It's 30 years old. You turn 30, you get a little more confident. You're, on top of your thing, hopefully. But yeah, I mean, they have had that weird balance of humor and seriousness. They don't usually put the humor, I feel like, front and center around the reveal. It's usually like a very, gnarly showdown between Sub-Zero and Scorpion or whatever. But yeah, like Kano blows a snot rocket on the character select screen.
Yeah.
You got. This is the whole cameo system where like you basically have assists, which are treated almost like moves in and of themselves. I love how they just run in and out. Like stage hands. Yeah. I mean, we've seen so many games that have this, but it's usually really dramatic and stylized. Like somebody just flies in and then flies out. Just to have them running back and forth is like, I guess it's realistic, but in a completely ludicrous way.
Yeah, and Ed Boon was saying it's apparently very easy to, it's assigned to one button. And you can call in, they can do different moves depending on what button you press. So that seems like a lot of fun. We knew that Jean-Claude Van Damme was coming as a skin for Johnny Cage.
Since it came out for the 360, and it's kind of improbable that we're actually finally getting a sequel after all these years, and it looks phenomenal. Like, again, the tech, their in-house tech looks great, but the sort of dual storylines and when Sam came out on stage with Jeff, and it seemed like Jeff was maybe accidentally gave a plot point away there from the way about Alan Wake having written the story that's playing out. I mean, not that that's like, you probably guessed that if you played the first game, but being able to kind of go back and forth whenever you want, it was what was suggested there by Sam with the two storylines. So, and again, just diving full headfirst into survival horror.
Right.
You know, much more so than the first game. This is.
What's the name of the engine again?
Northlight
It looks
is their
so
in-house
good.
technology.
Like the foliage looks so good. The leaves blowing on the ground.
I mean, they've got some talented folks over there, and I just think, I know there's some folks out there legitimately upset that there's not not a physical edition of this. Which I agree is, you should always have a choice as a gamer. There's the idea of just game preservation. The fact that it's digital only, it could go away at any time if a server gets shut off of what have you. So I agree. I would love to see a physical version, and hopefully that'll get rectified post-release somehow. They'll just, whether they partner with an IM8-bit or one of these people to do a physical edition later. But as far as the game itself, this looks great.
Yeah, I love. There's a wound system that they've implemented in the game. It seems very gruesome and gory, where you're actually shooting off parts of their clothing and revealing their insides. I like it.
Gnarly.
Yeah. John, what do you think about the idea that there's two playable characters now, and when you start playing Alan Wake 2, you won't be playing as Alan Wake?
I think. I mean, it's not the first time we've seen games that sort of switch things up on you. Some famous ones. I think the vibe of it is great, and I think like seeing the world through another character's eyes is a really, it's sort of efficient way to do that, right? And I think, we were chatting when we saw it in the show that it has a bit of a True Detective vibe. I mean, until the giant man jumps through the wall, which I don't think happened in True Detective at all. But it has that kind of like kind of dark creepiness. They've really kind of zeroed in on that, and kind of. I think the atmosphere of it strikes me as much more kind of like oppressive than the original. Like, I mean, the first one, it was. My memory of playing Alan Wake was that it was very gray.
Well, it was out
foggy,
in the woods.
Right? It was out in the woods, and it was very foggy.
Yeah, I mean, it's a couple of console
but
generations ago
I think
at
this
point.
one, the atmosphere and the look of it, I feel like it was, they really nailed the vibe with this one.
Yeah, agreed.
Well, one of the nicest surprises we got at the show was finally the release date for Spider-Man 2, and that's going to be October 20th, not the rumored September release date, to go up right against Starfield.
Yeah, everybody at Microsoft just did a sigh of relief. Not, they're obviously apples and oranges, but it would have been Microsoft's, for now, one big fall game. I suspect Forza Motorsport's going to be added in there as well come the Xbox showcase on Sunday. But yeah, I mean, forget about what the corporations think. I mean, just as a gamer who's really excited for both of those games, I'm glad I won't have to try and juggle playing Starfield and Spider-Man 2 at the same time.
Weird takeaway from that is they said that Venom isn't Eddie Brock.
Right.
It's an original story.
I was going to ask you who you thought it would be.
I hope it's Flash Thompson, who has been Venom,
Yeah.
which is weird. Was he the Punisher? Punisher was Venom. Everyone's been Venom at some point in the MCU, Marvel Universe at this point. But like, I do appreciate that they are confident enough in their storytelling abilities that they're not just retreading familiar ground.
Yeah.
And like, we saw them kind of take some liberties and change some stuff, here and there. And the in the first game, and yeah, go nuts, do what you got to do. Like, I'm here for it. My money's on Harry Osborn, though. I think in all seriousness.
Yeah, I think that's heavily rumored. We got to look at the box art, which looks very nice. And Max is someone who hosts a PlayStation show. It's got to be nice to know, like, this is when PlayStation's big fall game is coming out now, October 20th.
Yeah, no, it's good timing. I guess I got a weekend to burn through Alan Wake, you know?
Yeah, hurry up, 3 days.
Yeah, no, it's cool, and it's good because we talk about like good new spooky season Halloween games. They've said they're kind of leaning into horror in this one a little bit. Like Venom is
works for that, yeah.
He's a ooze from outer space who eats people.
Sonic Superstars was kind of a pleasant surprise from the show.
2.5D Sonic. That was great. I mean, that I'll be curious how the younger Sonic fans take to that, who grew up with 3D Sonic. But for me, who bought a Genesis back in the day because of Sonic the Hedgehog, that just looked. I like that they're not doing. I mean, they've done the pixel art thing before, right? Yeah. So this is just like a modern visual take on the original 2D Sonic, and I mean the color palette's beautiful, the characters look great, the worlds look great, and it looks fast, and they're trying a few different little things with they give them some new moves, swimming up waterfalls, and this looks like a treat.
Yeah, this looks really nice, and I'm not even a Sonic guy, but I have to admit that this looks really cool. Adapting the old 16-bit gameplay, the art style that they've chosen to go with here looks very nice.
Yeah.
John, this is coming out this fall.
Yeah, and I think what I loved about this and the Prince of Persia game, The Lost Crown, is that sort of confident reinvent, like going back doing a 2D game, but confidently switching up the artwork. Like we saw some games today that had some like really inconsistent art mixes. The dwarf game.
What the hell is that?
Return to Moria?
The Moria thing, where the environments look great, but the character art was a little funky, and like. But I feel like Sonic and Prince of Persia are so confident in the way that they look.
I feel like Prince of Persia is a little bit too modernized. Like I grew up with the original, Shadow and the Flame and stuff, and like that has a very kind of simple, clean aesthetic to it. And it feels like a little more. Like it's got a little more sharp edge. It's more video gamey, It's got some sharp edges.
It's a little Fortnite-y in its art style, right?
Which I'm fine with. Yeah. That's okay. If that means they can focus more on the game itself, then cool.
Well, and we should probably clarify that this is not the Prince of Persia: Sands of Time remake that was announced a long time ago and is sort of like indefinitely on hold. Right?
Yeah, there's something still Ubisoft Montreal starting that project over by all accounts, and this is back in it's the 2D. Prince of Persia again.
Yeah, I want to talk more about that Prince of Persia game, but we're going to take a quick break first. Stick around, lots more IGN Summer of Gaming still to come, including exclusive looks at Immortals of Avium and Warhaven.
IGN Summer of Gaming is presented by Lenovo Legion with 13th Gen Intel Core processors, beyond performance.
And in-game content every month, a free subscription to Map Genie Plus, huge discounts for stuff like Power A, Humble Bundle, the IGN Store, and tons more. IGN Plus is just $29.99 a year for a limited time. You deserve a little extra.
Behind every game, movie, and TV show you love is a wild, crazy, and sometimes unbelievable story. Solving a legendary video game mystery.
I'm coming for you.
IGN Inside Stories gives you a peek behind the curtain.
If people come to the game now and see what's going on there, I think they'll be surprised.
Join us as we dive into hyper-dedicated fan bases, worldwide phenomenons, and the most incredible untold tales in games and entertainment.
I said, wait a minute, that doesn't sound so good.
It was definitely not what I expected in the best way.
Inside Stories, available now only on IGN.
And I was like, holy shit, we're gonna do this.
Have you been stuck on the same quest for just way too long?
I just want answers!
IGN strategy guides and interactive maps are here to help. IGN guides are trusted by millions, easy to use, and of course, free. You can even track your progress with handy checklists if you go for 100% just like we do.
We're gonna be going over some sensitive material.
IGN has the very best, most complete, and accurate guides for The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, Star Wars Jedi Survivor, The Witcher 3, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, Elden Ring, and so much more.
I will require some time to process this information.
Every guide is tested and verified for you by experts. Just search for IGN.
So you like IGN, huh? The news, the videos, the guides, and wikis, it's all in your wheelhouse. But do you ever wish there was more? Introducing IGN Plus, a brand new program that's loaded with tons of cool perks and benefits. Sign up for IGN Plus today and you'll unlock free games and in-game content every month, a free subscription to Map Genie Plus, huge discounts for stuff.
Sir, we need to move. Johnny, please wake up.
Now an update on conflict in the L-53 outskirts system.
Welcome to my paradise.
Johnny Turbo, back for more punishment, I see. I'm gonna tear you apart like a cheap toy.
Hold the line! This was a suicide mission! We should have just nuked this fucker from orbit! There were too many of them!
I do hope you're prepared for another sky ride. This party's a bust, sir. Let's blow this joint. Just a few gods to kill, sir. Shouldn't be too difficult. Not for you.
Welcome back. That was a look at the upcoming FPS Turbo Overkill. Good name. This is IGN Summer of Gaming, and we're wrapping up everything from Summer Game Fest. In just a bit, we've got closer looks at new gameplay from Immortals of Evium, and another look at Warhaven. But first, before the break, we were talking about Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown, a new Prince of Persia 2D Metroidvania that was just announced during Summer Game Fest. This is not the Prince of Persia Sands of Time remake that is in development hell right now. This is something totally new, and I'm all for it. I don't mind. I like Prince of Persia in general, and I like 2D Metroidvania games. I think this is one of the highlights of the show for me. I have the official sort of plot synopsis from Ubisoft here. It says, in this brand new adventure, players will embody Sargon, a young, gifted warrior and member of an elite group called the Immortals. As they are sent to rescue Prince Ghassan, they will explore Mount Kof, a once wondrous place now cursed and hostile. Sargon and his brothers in arms will soon discover that time itself will be a treacherous foe and that the world balance must be restored. So yeah, I'm excited for this, but I was trying to think, I can't think of another Metroidvania that Ubisoft has made.
No, I don't think so. No.
So this is sort of new. It's new territory for them.
Yeah.
Maybe what I hope they did is just sort of follow the Metroid Dread blueprint.
Yeah. I've been sort of going through some sort of self-reflection on why am I so excited about this. I think it was just I wasn't expecting it, and it does evoke, like, I mean, I kind of grew up playing the original Prince of Persia game, and it wasn't a Metroidvania. It was just a platform game, right? But I think like there's something about this that just looks really cool, and like I wasn't expecting it at all. And I think I'm sort of like I'm disproportionately weighting it in terms of things that were announced today that I'm excited about.
I wonder if there will be a separate mode, a separate timed mode that gives you 60 minutes to finish the game, like the original.
Well, speedrunners will certainly test to see if that's even possible. Like I said, I don't mind a 2D Metroidvania game. But do you think is that like a hurdle that they have to overcome with some gamers who might be disappointed that it's 2D?
No, I think once people, I mean, I think for a lot of, we're, again, as I said in the pre-show, most of us, we're old. So
yes.
When we think old school Prince of Persia, we think of the actual original game, but old school Prince of Persia, to probably a lot of our viewers,
You don't want to know how many years ago that was.
is Sands of Time, which is, as you said, Damon, is trapped. The remake of which is trapped in development hell, and so a lot of our audience may not have that sort of nostalgia or affinity for this style, the Lost Crown style of old school.
You know what
gameplay.
is especially nice about this though? This and Sonic is they look small, like they look like small. This is not going to be an 80-hour game.
Right.
I don't think.
It also doesn't look like a $70 game.
No, and it's. I mean, we've kind of seen the death of AA games. And as great as it is to get these massive games, it is also, I don't know. There's a certain fatigue that comes with that, and it's. I mean, 2023 is a absolutely bonkers year for huge game releases. It's kind of nice to have like a little thing here and there to kind of pad it out, like a little.
Gaming's middle class.
Yeah.
Which is a good thing.
I could see playing this on like Steam Deck a lot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that'll be a good menu for it. Yeah.
Yeah, this was a pleasant surprise, and the official description sounds like it's just a Metroidvania to a T. By acquiring new time powers, unlocking unique abilities, and combining them in combat, Sargon will progressively delve deeper into Mount Koth, solving puzzles, finding secrets, completing exciting side quests. Yep. That sounds sounds great to me. Ubisoft will be sharing more details on Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown at its Ubisoft Forward event, which is on Monday.
Monday,
right? This Monday
morning.
So definitely stick with IGN for more as soon as that information.
The Rayman Legends developers
available. Oh, Rayman Legends.
Yeah,
that's
very cool. They know how to do it.
Who had John Carpenter showing up? At least his name showing up on their bingo card for Summer Game Fest today, because John Carpenter's Toxic Commando is a real game. Definitely got sort of, I don't know, Left 4 Dead vibes, like goofy Left 4 Dead vibes.
Yep. And
cooperative zombie.
A little Dead Rising.
Yes, Dead Rising. A silly cooperative zombie shooter.
If it didn't say John Carpenter in big letters, there's nothing in there that would indicate it's John Carpenter.
No. Well, and it remains to be seen how involved John Carpenter is.
Also, Toxic Commando makes me think Troma more than John Carpenter.
Yeah, I was sort of not wild about this initially. It definitely gave me like Days Gone vibe, which I know a lot of people love. The truck stuff. It looks like you customize your vehicle, whatever it is, and put a bunch of zombie killing stuff on the side of it, a la Zack Snyder's Dawn of the Dead, which I'm down for. That sounds great. When it sort of veered into goofiness and like over the top weapons and kind of, I feel like more the Dead Rising approach rather than the somber, serious post-apocalypse things. And also, they're not conventional zombies. There's some other sort
I think they're called Infected, something like that.
Yeah, but it's looking like there's some kind of, I don't know, other dimensional sorcery at play rather than just your typical zombie.
And it looked like there is some on-foot stuff, but that trailer seems to indicate that a lot of the gameplay will be vehicle-centric, which I think could be really fun.
Yeah. It's I think it's the same developer as the World War Z.
Oh,
so there's some
great.
experience
Great.
there.
Fantastic.
The official description tells us the game takes place in the near future when an experimental attempt to harness the power of the Earth's core ends up in the release of the Sludge God.
Oh. Sludge God?
Yeah.
Okay.
An eldritch abomination that turns soil into scum and the living into undead monsters.
Well, fantastic.
Yeah, it's good. They had a cover of Living on a Prayer by John Bon Jovi in there. I don't know how expensive the rights are.
If they get John Carpenter to do original music for it, I'm there for it.
I mean,
yeah.
Yeah, I just think it's hard. I love John Carpenter. I just think it's really hard to get him to do anything.
It will very quickly tweet about Ratchet and Clank.
He will do that.
I feel like he's probably busy playing Destiny 2 as opposed to.
If anyone doesn't know, he's a very big gamer.
Yeah,
John Carpenter is.
And it's got a bit of an 80s vibe. I wonder if they'll really lean into that. The trailer, like other than the music, didn't lean into sort of that kind of 80s horror as much as I thought it would. But like, I think there's a lot of potential there.
There is potential.
Again, it was a nice surprise, like a genuine surprise, which. From the conversation we had before the show, I don't think any of us were expecting that many, like, where did that come from?
Yeah, exactly. That one's set for 2024, and it's current gen only. So at least it's, going to be presumably taking full advantage of PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S. Max, tell us a little bit more about Sandland. This is a one-off manga.
So this is Akira Toriyama, creator of Dragon Ball, worked on Chrono Trigger. He's been attached to Dragon Quest, Dragon Warrior since day one. I don't know if he's a gamer himself, but he's, he I think dabbled with that back in the, Famicom days. This is a one-volume manga. I immediately hopped on Amazon to see if it's in print. It's not. Apparently, it was released as like an ebook. You can get it on Kindle. Okay. Again, this doesn't have a bunch of lore to go with it, really. Like, it's got some. I wrote a column a couple months ago about how Dragon Ball Z Kakarot had me really wishing they would do a prequel about like classic Dragon Ball, where not everybody can turn into a neon god and teleport and whatever. And this clearly is kind of what I wanted. Like, I love Toriyama's mechanical designs. Like, he's got really cool tanks. He's got like hovercrafts. He's got these. It's goofy. It's the goofy side of things. It's not it's not the fate of the world from what I can tell. There's some big monsters. It's Unreal 5, and Damon, you were like, how is it using Unreal 5? And that kind of remains to be seen. But it's definitely got some interesting like lighting and particle effects. It looks like there's some clouds of dust getting kicked up, which pair really interestingly with the cell shading.
I really love the aesthetic of this game. Yeah. It's gorgeous.
Yeah, no, I think that Toriyama kind of got pigeonholed having to do Goku for 4 or whatever, and as much as I love Dragon Ball, it's like that's a mech that is in Dragon Ball, so it's kind of cool to see that pop up here. But yeah, it's an unknown quantity. Like, I would love to do like, oh yeah, an open world Dragon Ball game. Sure, I know that story like that. I know what's going on here. So
action game.
It's like, I think it's vehicle combat, beat 'em up, something like that.
Our news team tells us that it's a mix of action vehicles and fighting game mechanics.
Okay, that's interesting.
Sure.
I really like this because let's face it, there were a lot of games in this event that looked very, very similar.
Sure.
And this one didn't. And I think, for me, the stuff that really stood out was the stuff that wasn't sort of brown with lots of blood, or there was a lot of medieval stuff. Like, apparently we're going through a medieval phase in upcoming games at the moment. And what I love about this is it's a bold artistic approach. It's a different kind of game. It doesn't seem like really dark and kind of miserable the way so many games look like they are.
Well, speaking of looking the same, I want to talk about Pal World. It seems like the developers said, what if we made Pokemon with guns? And that's literally what the game is.
Yeah, I feel like Game Freak lawyers are making some phone calls right now. It is egregious how close some of these designs are to existing Pokemon.
It's true.
And then the firearms are just full-on realistic weaponry, which is like, okay, why not? Yeah, sure.
I mean, we just a few weeks ago at the PlayStation Showcase got Foam Stars, which is an egregious ripoff of Splatoon. But yeah, this is like even more lawyer triggering.
Yeah, but it also looks like totally different type of gameplay. And people are often like, I want the big open world Pokemon game. And it's like, we get one, but Game Freak typically doesn't get too crazy with, modern iterations. But, we're almost 30 years out from Pokemon, and it's interesting to see people who grew up with it kind of giving it their own spin. They could give it maybe more of a spin, but whatever. I mean,
Pikachu on this should be a VO line in the game.
Maybe that's our strap line on the review. I'm kind of into it though. Like, we can kid, but like, I'm not really a Pokemon guy. Maybe it was the guns that was missing for me. Maybe this is what we'll find.
You needed firearms with your pocket monsters?
That's just a Gyarados. That's straight up just a Gyarados. What are they?
Well, what's funny about this, the official description says that Pal World is a game about living a slow life with mysterious creatures, pal, or throwing yourself into life and death battles with poachers. living a slow life, or life and death battles.
Oh, wow. Huh. Okay.
You can make pals.
Social commentary going on there? I'm not sure.
You can make pals fight. So maybe this is like against their will. They're being made to do this. Make them, breed as well. And then they can help you with farming or work in factories. It says, this is real. This is real. You can sell them off or even slaughter them to eat.
Okay.
It says with an exclamation point.
So they took Pokemon at face value and they were like, let's actually unpack this a little bit. They live in balls and they fight each other.
Do you see this? So I'm looking at this official.
Make them eat each other.
Yeah, they eat
I'm
each
looking
other.
at its Steam page and there's gifs of the game here, and the pals are eating each other.
That's just a Lapras eating a Piplup.
Yeah.
Like that's
they. I want to read these two sentences again. You can also sell them off or even slaughter them to eat. That, however, is forbidden by law.
Oh, well,
so there's
thank God.
There's a law system in there? Are you going to get like 5 stars for eating your Pikachu? Like what?
Well, survival. This world is full of dangers such as food shortages, harsh weather, and illegal poachers. You must be prepared to do anything if you want to survive. You may even need to consume pals sometimes. Fly, swim, dig holes. You can explore all kinds of places on lands, the sea, and in the sky by riding pals. Pal World.
I'm interested.
I am too.
That went from being like, what are they doing over here, to like, how in God's name are they going to pull this off?
Again, Pikachu on this, literally.
Okay, there is more Summer of Gaming to come right here on IGN, so stick around.
IGN Summer of Gaming is presented by Immortals of Avium, available July 20th on PC, PS5, and Xbox Series X and S.
So you like IGN, huh? The news, the videos, the guides, and wikis, it's all in your wheelhouse. But do you ever wish there was more? Introducing IGN Plus, a brand new program that's loaded with tons of cool perks and benefits. Sign up for IGN Plus today and you'll unlock free games and in-game content every month, a free subscription to Map Genie Plus, huge discounts for stuff like Dream Gear, Power A, Humble Bundle, the IGN Store, and tons more. IGN Plus is just $29.99 a year for a limited time. You deserve a little extra.
Behind every game, movie, and TV show you love is a wild, crazy, and sometimes unbelievable story.
No one is just black and white.
From revealing the secrets behind your favorite franchises to solving a legendary video game mystery,
I'm coming for you.
IGN Inside Stories gives you a peek behind the curtain.
If people come to the game now and see what's going on there, I think they'll be surprised.
Join us as we dive into hyper-dedicated fan bases, worldwide phenomenons, and the most incredible untold tales in games and entertainment.
I said, wait a minute, that doesn't sound so good.
It was definitely not what I expected in the best way.
Inside Stories, available now only on IGN.
And I was like, holy shit, we're gonna do this.
Have you been stuck on the same quest for just way too long?
I just want answers.
IGN's strategy guides and interactive maps are here to help. IGN guides are trusted by millions, easy to use, and of course, free. You can even track your progress with handy checklists if you go for 100% just like we do.
We're gonna be going over some sensitive material.
IGN has the very best, most complete, and accurate guides for The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, Star Wars Jedi Survivor, The Witcher 3, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, Elden Ring, and so much more.
I will require some time to process this information.
Every guide is tested and verified for you by experts. Just search for IGN.
Beloved children. And so were our enemies. War consumes us all the same. Until we have nothing left to give. But even death is not the end. Not while there are still allies at your side.
So forget whatever brought you here. Forget the slogans. Forget your faith. There's only this moment. This desperate fight for the battlefield only knows one truth. Salvation comes through struggle. Such is the commandment of Warhaven.
Welcome back. That was another look at Warhaven, one of the mini games we got to see today at Summer Games Fest. I have some more official information on Warhaven here. It's a free-to-play PvP medieval fantasy combat game for 2 teams of up to 16 players each. Choose your soldier, lead your squad into combat, and incarnate as a powerful immortal to turn the tide of war. I think the medieval setting is a little bit unique for PvP games. You don't see too many of those. There's For Honor, of course, but
it reminds me a bit of Chivalry, which was really.
Yeah.
I love that. That, despite being completely silly and over the top after a certain point, that was rooted in somewhat reality. This seems like it's got some magic and cat people to go with it, which I'm sure, I'm into it.
Yeah, that one's only coming to PC right now. It says Warhaven's dynamic melee combat rewards new recruits and veteran players alike. Choose from a roster of unique soldiers, each with their own motivations for fighting beneath the banner of Warhaven. I think it looks very pretty.
It looks very pretty, and Chivalry was the game I was thinking of as well when I was watching it. I didn't realize it was 16-player multiplayer. I was getting For Honor vibes from it as well.
Totally, yeah. Me too. 99 Nights, not a multiplayer game, but throwing it way back to the 360 days, kind of gave me a little bit of that vibe too.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, let's spend some time discussing some of the big games that were not at the show today, in spite of our predictions.
Actually, like anything we predicted?
None of our predictions came true. Yours was the closest, John.
Yeah.
Like you had Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. We got something new for Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2.
Season 4, right?
Season.
Which looked great.
But no, like how long has it been since there was a Jeff Keighley production that had no mention of Hideo Kojima?
Yeah, if...
so no mention of him, no mention of Death Stranding 2.
Are they okay?
Maybe.
Did something happen?
I don't know. I hope they're okay. Yeah, I was surprised there's no Death Stranding 2, no Lords of the Fallen.
No, I just want to see more of that game. I don't know when we're going to see it, but we did get the new Warzone update, and there was one detail in there that jumped out at me. There was a logo for The Boys, the Amazon show, on one of the buildings, and we've had so many sort of cross-promotion, like we know Homelander's popping up in Mortal Kombat. We haven't seen that in action yet. We saw, I feel like we saw Stranger Things show up in like a dozen different games, and I feel like other kind of streaming services are following suit. Curious how they decide to introduce that into that universe. Someone's saying it looks a lot like Verdansk, but it's the other side of the Iron Curtain, basically. Like it's much more, I guess, Europe. I would say. Germany, maybe?
Well, this leaves us to wonder, what will this year's Call of Duty release be?
And when will they announce it? And
yeah, it's true. It's like, we're already in the summer now.
That's like, are they going to actually wait till Gamescom and Keighley's event at?
Well,
it's going to be like, this is coming out any minute.
Well, I mean, it usually comes out the end of October, so do you really need more than a 2-month marketing campaign for?
Well, we get one every year
for Call of Duty. Yeah, exactly.
It's also it's the biggest franchise. They can turn the lights on and do their own. Like last time they announced Modern Warfare, they put like a giant mural on a dockyard or something. Yeah. Like they can get people's attention if they need to.
Yeah.
There was no Cyberpunk 2077 Phantom Liberty expansion. That was a surprise to me because the price and the pre-order went live.
Prematurely at Xbox then?
I mean...
And I guess that makes sense, right?
They had the marketing. Keanu showed up, of course, a couple of years ago. So yeah, that seems highly likely now. We'll see that on Sunday on Microsoft stage.
And Ryan, the wait continues for what BioWare has next.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I'm fine for them to get all the time they need, but it does seem like sooner rather than later, we should see something on Dragon Age.
All right, getting back to Summer Game Fest, Street Fighter 6 kind of made an appearance.
Following Mortal Kombat, sort of a tough draw on the run of show there.
Yeah, it's true. So Capcom has this game, Exoprimal, coming out, I guess, this year?
Yeah, that's coming out.
Not Dino Crisis.
It's not Dino Crisis. I think it's another cooperative shooter against dinosaurs.
It's like Earth Defense Force, but with dinosaurs. Which is, with all due respect, I don't want to sound, like I'm jaded. I don't know. It's not doing it for me. I don't know.
Well, I don't think it's doing it for anyone, and this strikes me a little bit of like, how do we get people interested in Exoprimal?
Exactly.
Pretty funny.
Yeah.
I like that it's like, all right, I've beaten up a mid-sized sedan, time to beat up a Triceratops. I wonder how that's going to pan out.
Yeah, this seems to be Capcom's feeling like the hype is a little low for Exoprimal, but what if we put Street Fighter
look at it
in your Exoprimal? And that looks crazy. That looks like something I could play. Ryan, this is coming to Game Pass day one. I'm not sure if we knew that already.
That's great. Hey, that's more good third-party day one gets for Game Pass. That's only reinforces the value of that service. They've been delivering some good third-party stuff on day one. MLB The Show for the, I think, third year in a row now was a recent one, and yeah, keep them coming.
Liza P.
Yes.
Game Pass. That's one of those games that I'm genuinely interested in, to the point that I'm not looking too closely when they show off new stuff, because I want some surprises.
Today's trailer was gorgeous, though.
That looks, I feel like, noticeably better than it has in the past. Yeah.
Even down, I mean, like the first sort of noticeably different when he comes out in the puffy pirate shirt, and like there's kind of an elegance to this trailer that wasn't present in the one that was at ONL.
No, people are calling this like Timothy Chalamet Simulator. That's how you open the doors in Bloodborne. I'm interested. I'll take it. Yeah, this is rad. It's got that kind of sort of steampunky, a little bit dash of BioShock, but it's also Pinocchio. It's all over the place, and I appreciate how hard they're swinging for the fences with what they're doing here. They announced, I guess, pre-order bonuses, and it was like mischievous puppet clothes. Like, I don't think I've ever had that pre-order bonus before. This dude looks like Frankenstein. So there's almost like, I don't know. It would be cool if they're borrowing from other fairy tales, other bits of folklore, and kind of remixing that in there.
Millions of views for this on IGN so far across a number of trailers. Like the interest is high.
Our audience loves Pinocchio.
So, yeah.
Just they can't.
But we got a release date and a playable demo right now, which is like that's a huge deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, September 19th is that date, which I think is technically a delay, because I think they had
originally it said August. Yeah.
August, yeah. There was like a release window trailer for August, but still, that's not too much of a delay. It's okay.
September's filling up now.
September is
filling big time.
What else? Oh, there's let's talk about Nicolas Cage, Dead by Daylight, and making an in-person appearance.
That was good.
I mean, I appreciate the in-person appearance. A lot of others just film a video from their home.
We did know that was happening before today.
We knew it was happening.
Yeah.
We'd seen the cinematic, I think.
Yeah.
And then I don't know, as far as like, awkward conversations held on Jeff Keighley's event stages.
Was better than Al Pacino.
That was, Al Pacino was an odd one. Michael Madsen, my favorite, came out to plug Rockhay City at the Game Awards, and the first thing he plugged was Carlito's Way, a movie that he was seeing with Al Pacino, which is, yeah. I mean, I'm not really into Dead by Daylight, but I like that this exists.
I mean, so I like that it exists too, but I have to say his facial animation is leaving a lot to be desired. I think it's lacking any animation whatsoever. Maybe that's just at this point. Maybe they'll add that in later.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, it's a pretty old game now. So like, what they're squeezing out of this game, which is phenomenally popular,
it is
pretty spectacular.
Usually, Nicolas Cage gets accused of overacting, so this is an interesting change of pace to have him be a little bit more reserved.
I did like his attention to detail on grunting and things, and in his acting in a game.
I mean, in terms of wild cameos and crossovers, Dead by Daylight at this point trails maybe Fortnite and nobody else. Like, it's number 2 on the list.
Yeah. Well, there's all sorts of guest monster bad guy characters, but Nicolas Cage is the first one I know of that's a survivor character.
Yeah.
Which is that's an interesting.
They've done Silent Hill. It's actually the Dead by Daylight is the last place Pyramid Head showed up that wasn't a pachinko machine. So that's
it's a step up.
Yeah. No. It's sure. Why not?
I thought Yes, Your Grace. What is it? Snowfall. Yes, Yes, Your Grace. Snowfall. Looked very cool.
We all thought it was something else.
We thought it was
we saw the
Kingdom.
name. Yeah.
We thought it was Kingdom, which is a similar, I think like a similar game. It's like the, a minimalist strategy, I think is how Kingdom was pitched, and this sort of has a similar thing where you're basically making decisions as a ruler, maybe not so much like full on like tactical, like strategic moves, but yes or no questions to what you should do. And it's, I don't know, I like
But look at it, this art style's
Got
got
an awesome, it's an awesome look to it. Has anyone played the original Yes or Grace?
No, but now I want to.
Yeah, definitely want to go back for that. And then we also did get a little update on Baldur's Gate 3. Jason Isaacs is going to be playing one of the major antagonists. I think he's best known for Lucius Malfoy in Harry Potter. I'm not super familiar with him though, so it didn't move the needle for me.
No.
But
I feel like they felt it was a bigger deal than most people thought it was. But I mean, it's cool that they're going all out on the production budget.
Still no mention of the Xbox version.
Still no. Of the Xbox version, sure. But I think the game looks very cool. And then there are sorts of smaller Final Fantasy things too, like Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis, which is a mobile game.
Yeah, John, you were talking about sort of things having a varied aesthetic. That's like 5 different graphical
It was like
styles in one game.
every Final Fantasy style crammed into one game.
Doing Spider-Verse with Cloud, I guess. It like opened with a caption that was like, "What is Sephiroth doing?" And then he has a phone out. Okay, sure, go for it.
Well, let's all go for it. When we come back, we're going to reveal our games of the show, but right now let's check out some exclusive gameplay from Immortals of Aveum. Take a look.
Welcome aboard, Immortal. What's our bearing, sir?
Can't give you anything precise, Captain, but north by northeast, 5 knots. If Sandrak changes course, you'll be the first to know. Something wrong?
Just the fact that this mission and the war hinges on something that we don't understand. At all.
We'll catch him, sir.
Got a cracked conduit on deck 3.
These chronocules are a few seconds off a piece. That shit adds up. Let's get her ready!
Use the senior Magus over here.
Looks like she's still got the trick knee. Tell the captain. Let her stretch. It's been a while.
All hands, this is the captain. We've sighted a fleet of Rashanian airships headed our way. Prepare to engage. Prepare to repel boarders!
Airships got its hooks in! Action stations! Action stations!
Go.
Jack, get to the control room and protect Salco. Zendara and I will hold off the Rashanians down here.
Got it. Gotta get to the control room. draining the font. We gotta go. Now.
I am the sole catalyst for your sense of thirst. You are broken and you are bound, Dream of Kilalian.
This broadcast is brought to you by the Xfinity 10G network. Get a game-changing connection today for a faster, more reliable tomorrow. The future starts
Powering
now.
on, mic on, charging battery.
Tune into IGN1 on your smart TVs for the latest news on your favorite releases, gameplay exclusives, and all the entertainment you can handle.
Cinefix on IGN1, your friendly Friday night home for film fanaticism.
You're watching The Weekly Fix, ready to fill you in on anything you may have missed in the world of gaming and entertainment.
Welcome to Should I Play This? This is what to watch here on IGN1.
So yeah. Find it all in one place for free on IGN1.
They turned into a network. Who knew?
The Cinefix Top 100. A list so secretive even we don't know what movies are on it or where they rank.
What do you mean you don't know?
Each episode will reveal one of the movies.
Did I rush it? Felt like I rushed. That was good. I liked it.
Talk about why it belongs and finally find out where it ranks.
Are you not entertained?
Are any of the movies we've shown here even on the list? I have no idea, and it drives me crazy. Join us as we find out on the Cinefix Top 100, Mondays starting July 3rd.
Why so serious?
Whew.
Want to give it?
Powerful immortal to turn the tide of war. I think the medieval setting is
noticeably different when he comes out in the puffy pirate.
A minimalist strategy, I think, is how Kingdom was pitched, and this sort of has a similar thing where you're making decisions.
Check out some exclusive gameplay from Immortals of Avium. Take a look. Grace Snowfall looked very cool.
We all thought it was something else.
No, I thought it was continuing. It's not continuing. It's just gonna be, how do you say, like 2 or 3 5 commercials. That's for sure. So what do you think?
Want the ultimate IGN experience? Check out IGN Plus. Members get exclusive deals and giveaways, ad-free browsing, unlimited tracking on IGN Maps, discounts at the IGN store and with IGN partners, and best of all, free games. Get 30 days of IGN Plus for just $1. Head to plus.ign.com. Black Desert Online is an MMORPG played by 20 million adventurers worldwide on PC. And now, the latest free expansion, Land of the Morning Light, invites you to explore a brand new region with all new boss fights, quests inspired by Korean folklore, architecture inspired by the Joseon Dynasty.
I want to thank them for this trailer for one of gaming's most anticipated upcoming releases. The rumors were true. Fest, our live showcase, but that is not the end of Summer Game Fest. Stay tuned this weekend for updates on many more games during SGF Play Days, a hands-on event for media here in Los Angeles, including Cyberpunk 2077, Phantom Liberty.
Oh, give me.
Do you know that I killed her? So, who is she?
Bad guy, mean. Shit, a new fucking story now? Let's go. Want to this? So.
There you have it. That was Final Fantasy VII Rebirth coming early 2024 to PlayStation 5. Nomura-san, thank you so much. All right.
He's a fucking
That's
legend.
going to do it for Summer Game Fest, our live showcase, but that is not the end.
Oh, okay. So I can end the stream now because, what's it called? That's the end for the meanwhile, but I know they're going to make more, like, next week. So, yeah. Tune in for that. And, yeah, that's pretty much it. When there's going to be another Summer Game Fest, like, how do you say, like, next week, I'll try my best to upload earlier, as soon as possible, because sometimes I'm going to be busy, on one of those good days. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, I'll just I'll upload. How to say? I'll make sure I get to to live like early as possible. So yeah, so I won't miss out on a lot of things. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching. Do appreciate it. Subscribe, give it a like, click on my notifications to my news videos, and yeah, thank you so much for watching. Do appreciate it, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Peace out. Sayonara. Stay wolfies.